All right. So I'm just going to really quickly tell a little bit about my story for you guys who are brand new and who don't know me. And then I'm going to pass it right off to Lori. So I came in a little over a year ago, you guys. I've been in network marketing for 10 years. When I got into network marketing, it was really just to make some extra money. Yes, but more than anything, it was to have a community because I had 5 kids at the time. I just moved to a new area and I had no friends. And so I really wanted to have a community and do something fun. And then I was super into health and wellness. So I really wanted to help people. So I was at my first company for 6 years. I loved it. And I only moved to the next company because I'd kind of outgrown the products. I wanted to try something new. I was made a lot of promises. I was super successful in the next company. It ended up a little bit rough. I had a rough leaving. I was there 2 years and I was at the top. It was a little tough leaving. After leaving there, I wasn't sure I'd ever do network marketing again, to be completely honest. And so at that point, I had been out before I found Superpatch. I had been out of network marketing for almost a year, at least on the team building side. I was doing some formulating with a friend that I loved, and I was off social media completely. I actually pulled off social media for 5 months straight. Like, that is where I built previously in the past, right? Was a lot of in person, but then I grew big with social media. So I'd been off completely. The patches fell in my lap. I tried them. Sure was not going to go all in anywhere again. I did not want to meet another CEO. In that 1 year span, I had lots of offers at lots of different places. I was so grossed out by network marketing and CEOs and all the promises and all the things that yeah, I was super grossed out. So when I came in to Superpatch, actually, I came in very kind of quietly, and I wasn't expecting, again, because I wasn't going to go all in here. But it blew up. So within my first month, we just blew up. We did like 170,000 in sales. So Lori, who is here with me, she actually flew in the last couple of days of the month and was to meet me and to help me place and do all that. So I'm with Lori, our very first meeting at the airport, and I chat with her. And I ended up staying up there with her for like 7 hours. We chatted for like 7 hours. I fell in love with her. I was like, this is one of the coolest ladies I've ever met in my life. She was so down to earth. She's been at the top of these companies. She's been in network marketing for 30 years, has made millions upon millions upon millions in the industry, at really big companies too. And yet she was so real, so down to earth. But what was like had me at my core was when I met her and told her I had 8 children, it was immediately an asset. Like, she immediately treated me like me having 8 children was an asset versus my other companies. It was not, right? It was always like I was the weirdo and they were always more of a burden. And so I felt very seen from the very beginning. We spent a couple hours talking about Jay. I got to know him through Lori and what a rebel he was, and everything that Lori shared with me resonated at my core. And I left there, called my husband, and was like, oh my gosh, Mitch, I just met the most amazing woman ever. I freaking love her. And he's flipping out. Mitch is. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, Ricky, I've never heard you talk like this about anybody. I was like, well, I did, and I am all in. I love this place, and only I have seen Jay do incredible things this year. He's so not politically correct that I just can't I can't love him enough. He's so awesome and he's so passionate, and I'm so proud to be linking arms with him in this movement and in everything that we're doing. So I have found incredible success this year. You know, we have brought in 7 million in sales in the last little over a year, which is mind blowing in such a short amount of time. We have tons of people that are creating incredible futures for themselves and massive success. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of. And I love that we're drug free, supplement free, right? I never have to be a health coach again. I just get to tell people, stick them on. That's it. Let's go. So it's been huge for my family. And that's tiniest bit of my story, but I wanted to at least tell you guys that one of the main reasons I'm here is because of Lori. So you guys can really get to hear her, all that she's been through in this industry, and she can give you a little perspective on even where we're going. So yay, here we go, Lori. It's you now.
Thank you, Ricky. Well, the funny thing is that when I met Ricky, when I left, I text Jay, or I called Jay, and I said, I just want you to know I met one of the best prospects I've ever met in MLM, and that says a lot. That says a lot because I know some giants in MLM, and Ricky's proven it because she is at top of the company and she is a great leader. So guys, I think I'd like to talk about, because this is coming up and you guys have to be prepared for it. And it's quite normal. So most of my career has been in billion-dollar companies. So either I was there, we brought the company to a couple of billion, or I joined and we were at a billion and did some billions more.
And coming up in sports, 5 Salisbury baseball players earn all.
This is great, guys. You've got to mute because I'm old and I can't listen to background and talk at the same time. Like I'm already really confused. So you have to be prepared for what happens when you do that, right? There's a lot of attention on us. We're having a lot of growth. We're very different. It bothers people. It bothers people. The same way a 25-year-old girl will bother sometimes a 55-year-old woman just for breathing. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like the new kid on the block, and sometimes it ruffles feathers and people don't like it. So you have to know that we're doing something good when this happens. It means that they're noticing us, they don't like it because people from those companies are going to join. You have to know that this is normal. You have to know that this is happening. I myself became from a multi-billion-dollar company to this company. I left that company because I like this company more. I see the potential. So all the reasons that I joined this company, and probably most of you join this company, is the reason why those other companies hate us. Okay? We are unique. We do have so many solutions that people need in their everyday lives that they're going to need forever, for years to come. We are never going to run out of people that have pain. We are never going to run out of people that can't sleep. We are never going to run out of people that are stressed. You understand that, right, guys? We are not for a few people. Like we have to go look for those people that want to lose weight, or we have to look for those people that want skincare or perfume or mascara or whatever it is. We offer solutions for billions of people. We are freaking other companies out. You have to know that. They recognize it too. They recognize it too. That's why they're having phone calls and conference calls and everything about us. So I just need you to hear that. I'm happy. The more they talk about it, the happier I am, because I know that means we're doing something good. And you, as leaders, are also doing a great job, because you're getting that message out of there and you're bugging them too. So they go from super patch bugs them until certain leaders bug them. If you're bugging other companies, you're a success. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, making sure y'all can hear. I'm trying to get my own off mute. Yes, I freaking love that, Lori. That's exactly so. That's what all of us have gone through, right? When you start getting torn down, it's because something's happening, right? And we do. We have a lot of you guys who have come in and blown up this month. You've brought in tons of volume. That's a really big deal when it's Oksana. I love that you saying that in the comments. You've kicked a hornet's nest. That's just how it is. But I love being able to hear from Lori. So she's been in this 30 years, right? So,
and I've been attacked a lot.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Lori, while we wait on our special guest, would you tell us the reason you chose Super Patch?
Number one reason, Jay. Number one reason, guys, was Jay. So he talked to me about the product. He talked to me about everything to do about the company. But I'm telling you, I felt that I knew that I can trust this man totally. There was so much passion in it. It's not just, hey, you're gonna come in and you're gonna bring millions in sales and we're gonna, that's not how he spoke. He spoke, this is what I've done. We need to take it to the world. This is the reason why, hey, I'd like you to participate in this. That is the reason.
Yeah, and you have only been here since December, right?
December 2023.
Of 23, right.
So no one tell me you can't build at Christmas. It won't work. No one tell me you have too many children. It won't work. Two of the top people in this company, we have 85 children together, so it doesn't work.
Lori has 6 children, you guys, and then also raised like 2 of her nieces and nephews at the same time. So while building her network marketing business the first time. So there's just no excuses at all with either of us. So I freaking love that. Let's see. Okay, good. I thought Jay was coming in. He is not here yet, so that's okay. I'm gonna tell you guys too. So when I decided to go all in, right, and we blew it up. My biggest thing I really thought like people aren't ready for this. I thought this is so different. There's no way people are ready for it. And it's funny because I come from a super holistic and health background, which Lori, you do somewhat too, not to the extent that I do, because you're not a product person. I think that's what I love talking about too. I've always been super product oriented and business oriented, yes, but Lori's very business oriented, and we've both built big businesses. So actually, Lori, tell me about that, because what I love is that when we were talking that first day, which is so funny that I connected with you so much, because I am very much like, I want to know all the things. And we talked for 7 hours this much about patches, like tiny.
Well, because to me, the patches are a done deal. They're great. Everyone knows they're great. They work. That's just how I feel about them, right? I mean, we couldn't have a great company unless we had the patches, right? That is the truth. But I am very business focused because we have to bring the patches to as many people as possible. And with a lot of people, when they join as associates, guys, they want to make money. I've said this a million times. That's the reason why they press the associate button. They might make up little things later on or something else, but a customer is a user that wants to use the product, and we should allow them to be a user, never ask them to be, just let them be happy being a user. But when you press associate, that means an income opportunity is linked to that. If you didn't want it, you wouldn't press associate. And people, do not tell your teams to become an associate if they're a customer. You are doing them an injustice.
Yeah, amen. Exactly. Well, hey, Lori, our guest is in. Do you want
Yes,
to
I
introduce
figure.
him? Do you want to introduce him?
No, you go ahead. I've already talked about him.
Okay, well, let me make sure that he's here. So obviously the reason that any of us are here is because of Incredible Jay. So you guys, I told y'all earlier, one of the biggest compliments I feel like I can give him is that he's not politically correct. And it makes me laugh every time I say that, but I have a million stories. He's genuinely one of the most honest, tell it like it is. His word is his word. And I have so much respect for him. The wild thing about Jay, actually, when I talk to people in network marketing and I'm telling them about us, I always say, "Oh, our owner, he's not MLM." And I know that sounds really funny, but it meant a lot to me. When I found out Jay actually was super successful in business for many years, a millionaire, self-made millionaire many times over, that is a big deal because he knows what he's doing. He's got incredible vision. I'm so crazy grateful to be a part of this with him. And Jay, I am spotlighting you, sir. So if
Oh
you
my
will just
goodness. Thank
share.
you so much, Ricky. You're one of a kind. Your entire team is wonderful. Thank you for inviting me
here tonight to speak to your amazing team. I was speaking with Lori and I said, Lori, we have to do this more often. I think communication is a little bit easier, a little bit more regular. And every team has its own culture, community, vibe, right? And I tell people that, everybody's vibe and everybody's why is right. There isn't, you're not supposed to be this way or that way. You got to be your way. Whatever works for you is the right way. You got to be comfortable and happy in your own skin. You have to know why you're doing it. You got to be all in on yourself, right? And I say that because that's how I live my life. I do exactly what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, who I want to do it with. And we're all grown-ups. And I have, it's an immense pleasure to be able to work with grown-ups, that everybody has their reason, right? And, in our industry is pretty interesting. In the old days, or even maybe some places today, they always say, well, you got to know people's why, and you got to know this, and you got to know that. And I'm like, well, some people don't want to talk about that because it's personal, right? There might be some things that are a little bit too hard to talk about. Some people, maybe they don't want to talk about that they're having financial challenges right now, right? I've been there, right? I think we've all seen those seasons of life when we could use it a little bit more. And, when we start prying, instead of sounding like somebody that wants to help, I've witnessed it actually in live happen, where somebody kept saying, well, why is that important to you? And why is that important to you? And I pulled my friend aside and I said, this sounds like an interrogation, man. I mean, you're here to help them. I said, I go, how do you think that makes that person feel? I go, I'll give you a little tip. I go, if you know that person has a family or children or grandchildren, you should have enough sense to know that that's probably their why, right? The betterment of their family, for the most part, if they have those beings in their life, they have a significant other, they have children or grandchildren, I go, that's pretty much, you're not going to be wrong, right? I go, and it's about sharing about why you're doing this. And there's a couple of things I want to share with you all tonight. And the first thing is this. I have the advantage, as Ricky said, to not come from network marketing. And the advantage that I get is I don't have a lot of baggage in network marketing that I have to work through. There is no network marketing, closet with a bunch of skeletons in there and a bunch of ruined reputations or relationships, right? That's one thing. The other thing, the advantage I have in a more practical way, is I've worked in every size of business that there could be. I've done bootstrap startups. I've worked in hyper growth tech firms. I've managed billion-dollar P&Ls. I'm a software software engineer by hardcore education training. I did my MBA at the University of Chicago. I've been exposed to the best run businesses in the world focused on innovation. At the core of it, I just want to have the best product and the best company. And when I say the best product, that's a function of R&D and research and a commitment to say it's going to be the last thing. Like, there's nothing better. I don't want somebody to say, oh yeah, Superpatch is good, VTT is good, but this other thing is better. That's never going to happen. And I can't, because I can't, because I've dedicated so much time, energy, money to solving this thing when no one said it was possible. So we're there on the product side. Now on the company side, there's a lot of things that I'm responsible for. One is obviously the product roadmap. Then there's make sure we have the right people at corporate that can execute the plan and the vision. And then make sure I have the processes in place. But there's another thing that's so important, and that's the culture, right? A culture of inspiration, a culture of support, a culture of of striving to be the best. Okay. And when you do that right, you get to build something that is generational, that's legacy, that we all be proud of. And I've had that benefit to do that because of success in the most competitive industry in the world, which is technology. If you can succeed in software and tech, you can succeed anywhere. And I don't say this lightly. I'll give you a couple of quick examples. Once upon a time, Nokia was the biggest cell phone company in the world. Do you remember that, guys? Everyone? Right? They're gone. Right? Once upon a time, the coolest thing was something called Friendster. Do you remember Friendster or MySpace? That was before Facebook. It's gone. Once upon a time, we used to go on these online search portals called Netscape Navigator. Do you remember Netscape Navigator back in the day? Gone. Gone. Right? Just like the typewriter, gone. Just like the rotary phone, gone. Right? And yeah, LimeWire and all those things, right? And so what happens is when we don't innovate and we think we're the best and we don't invest to stay the best, we're going to lose. This is just what's proven. And that's one of the big things in network marketing, where companies find the magic berry in Brazil, they bring it to North America on the backs of donkeys, and they grind it up in a special way, and it's the magic berry, right? So, but then you can find that magic berry on Amazon. It's just called something else. And then you're competing with the biggest product distribution company in the history of the world, which is called Amazon. That's the world we live in, right? That's the world we live in. And if we have Me Too products or things that somebody else can have or make, even Amazon, then there is a sunset period to our business, okay? And I'm just sharing this to give you an idea of how in our world, in the technology world, how we're built differently to last for a long time, for generational, and where other companies don't make it. So in business, especially in the tech world, and when you bring some innovation to the world, success is measured on an S curve. Imagine this like this. It starts here and it goes really rapid and it goes like this. The point at the top, which starts to plateau, that's called an inflection point. That's where it's dangerous, okay? Because if the people that run that company don't know what to do to continue that growth, that top starts to go down. And this is what kills network marketing companies, is that plateau and the inflection point. And the only thing, and what they do to stave off in network marketing, what those companies do in that inflection point where they're not growing and starting to tip, they do some time-tested things, okay? The first thing that they'll do is they'll go try to merge with another company because they want to bring some new product to the company, okay? And it doesn't help. It helps a little bit, but it slows down the spiral. Then they'll say, you know what, this isn't working. We're gonna change the ingredients a little bit because they got to manage costs and the business dwindling, right? So then they change the ingredients a bit. It's not the same product. Has the negative effect what they're trying to do. They go, well, that's not working. Then they're going to change the comp plan because they're trying to and see, the thing is they're confusing two different S curves. The strength of the business is based on how many people love it and want to use their product. But what they're trying to fix and save is their economic bottom line. They're trying to save their profitability, and they're focused on the wrong thing. And then what do when they get desperate? They change the comp plan, or then they try to go buy some leadership and get some people and try to stave it off. Ladies and gentlemen, from 30 years in business, there's only one thing that saves any company from that inflection point, from that downward trend. And that's innovation. that's committing to being the best at what you do. Nothing else will work. There's a reason Apple is the biggest company in the world. They have products people love and use, but what do they do every year? You got a new iPhone. You got a new feature. They want to be there, right? And even Apple doesn't have 100% of the market share, and they're competing with Samsung and they're competing with all the different companies, but they have a commitment to innovation. And that's where this industry fails again and again and again and again. Right? Because innovation is difficult. And a lot of these companies that are started, the person that's running the show, the CEO or the founder, didn't actually make the product. They bought the product, found the product. Well, usually the first thing that's happened is a bunch of smart people, and sadly I'll say it's usually a bunch of guys who don't know better. They get together and they cook up an amazing new comp plan, and then they put a product in the middle of it that justifies the comp plan, which is the antithesis of what a business is. A business has one purpose and one purpose only: to create a service or product that has enough value that people will pay for it. A comp plan is not a business. We understand? A comp plan's a scheme, right? The business is the product or service that has value and people are willing to pay for it. Which people? The consumer, right? Not somebody else, the consumer. And if you have a product that only you can market, that you can't get anywhere else, that you have exclusive rights to because we made it, I own it, this is for us, then there's no competitive pressures. That means we don't have to go on sale. We don't have to reduce our price. We don't have to look over our shoulder. We can build it on that greatness. My responsibility to make sure that I have solved that S-curve. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I solved that S-curve because I have a 10-year product roadmap that's already here and in development. So we're never going to come to a place where it says, well, I don't know what to do. I know what to do. We're doing it. We're building it. We're improving it. Version 2.0 of the patches is coming out in July. We're 2 years old. We spent 2 years improving the material. We found a new material manufacturer. It's going to be smaller, lighter, stick better. It's going to allow moisture to escape, less rash. Everything's better. Why? Because that's innovation. Right? We have to commit to that. Right? But this is how we grow. So what happens is the market will reward us for that commitment because we're going to do the best. So then what do? We keep doing clinical studies. We keep proving the efficacy of our products. There isn't another network marketing company in the last 2 years, because we're a 2-year-old toddler. Our company is brand new. Right? We got a little Mozart of a company. It's brilliant, right? But we've published over 9 studies in 2 years. There isn't another network marketing company that's done that. So what does that mean? That means we're reinvesting in R&D. We're reinvesting in product development. We're reinvesting to make this absolutely the best solution. Why? Because that's how you win. This isn't a 1-year plan or a 5-year plan. I'm not doing anything else. Listen, I'm a very strong 55-year-old man. By God's grace, I got a lot of years left. But I'm getting the next generation ready. I got planning, all those succession planning in place. Because why? Because this is what we have to do. So what does this mean? We're pioneers. We have a revolutionary product. We're winning in this network marketing game. We have a product that's on fire. If you look at our website looks like it's Nike. Our website looks like it is the sexiest thing in the world. Why? Why? Because we got to attract the next generation, right? Like, if we're going to attract people that are our age or older, where's the next generation going to come from? We got to get our kids and our grandkids so excited about this product. When they go to the website, they're going to say, Mom, Dad, this is the coolest stuff ever. Where's my patch? This was where we're going to get athletic celebrities wearing it, people that they look up. So we build this thing, and we have the next generation of users, evangelists, ambassadors, and associates fighting to be a part of the team. Because when I was growing up, I didn't like anything my parents liked. I'm sure my kids don't like anything that I like. Right? And so we got to live in that reality, right? We got to track the younger generation. And so the website is inspiring, right? We have products that help people with the greatest quality of life potential we've seen in a long time. But this is the thing, and this was a cognizant choice that I had to make. I didn't want a sick person brand. Why? We want to offer those people hope. We want to offer people inspiration that you can live a super life no matter what you're dealing with. We have something so you can elevate your human condition. You can get to the next level, right? That we have something for you. Maybe we don't have cure, we don't diagnose, we don't do any of those things, but we have something that's going to help you reach for the next rung in that ladder of your health and wellness. And we have an economic model that if you want to join us in spreading the word and sharing the products, we have something for you. Right? Like everybody, Apple is an inspirational brand. Nike is an inspirational brand. Right? We don't want to be Medtronic and Johnson & Johnson. I don't want to be those brands. I want to be fun and exciting and give people hope and say, that's what this planks and push-up thing was all about. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. We have something that you can get involved and inspire each other and love on each other, and let's go and get to the next place. Okay? That's why this thing is the way we are, right? And so what happens is when we are true mavericks and we are doing everything the right way, we're going to raise a lot of issues with we don't have a lot of fans in this industry, right? A lot of people don't like us. Why? Because when you're the first ones through the door, you're going to get a bloody nose and you're going to piss some people off, excuse my language, right? So let me step into that very, very lightly. Okay, so the industry, network marketing, as much as they say that it's about abundance, it's about scarcity. The mindset's about scarcity. And it comes from the owners, and it comes from the corporate people because they can't compete. They've hit that S curve. They don't know which way is up. What needs to be done, they can't do. They've made too many mistakes. It's really tough, right? So let's talk about that. Talk about competition, real competition. So in every industry, the strong rise by innovating, by delivering value, by outworking, by outserving everyone around them. And the weak, they don't rise. They whisper, they gossip, they lie. And when a company can no longer compete on product, on mission, on impact, what do? The easiest, cheapest tactic in the book, they slander. They spread rumors like wildfire, hoping that if they throw enough mud, some of it will stick. But let me tell you something very clearly. Mud doesn't stick to excellence. It slides right off. Okay? You see, slander isn't a strategy. Let me say it again. Slander is not a strategy. It's a confession. It's a confession of fear, a confession of inadequacy, a confession that they can't beat you on merit, so try to beat you in the shadows. Okay? But here's the truth. What is born in the shadows cannot survive in the light. And the light always comes through. So when we're building something great, when we're disrupting the status quo, we're going to be people are going to target us. Our name will be in rooms that we've never been in. but we can't be discouraged, right? We got to be flattered. They're talking about us. It means we're doing things that are worth talking about. So let them gossip, let them scheme, because while they're wasting their time trying to tear us down, we'll spend our time lifting ourselves and others up. And in the end, this is the truth. In the end, the market decides. Truth decides. Impact decides. So remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Strong companies build, weak companies slander. Only one of them will survive. That is the truth in business. I've seen it in my business career, in my personal career. I've seen it over and over and over and over. Right? Because we've just raised the bar so high. You've raised the bar so high that they can't even see you. They can't even see the space you're in, the stratosphere you're in. And you'll never hear me talking about another company. I don't care, because I'm not doing what they do. Right? I have a maniacal focus on why I'm doing this and where this is going to go. And if you have that same maniacal laser focus, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Every day is a new day to succeed. What happened? It doesn't matter. It's 7:43 p.m. where I am today. What happened over the last, how many hours? 20 hours? It doesn't matter. It's what I do for the next 4 hours in this day that matter. And we have to have that mindset. Because if we don't, then we're falling into that trap, right? And we can't fall into that trap because that's what they want. Those that can't compete will pollute. Right? Don't fall for it. Don't get into the mud. Don't get into the mud. Why would you get into the mud? You got everything going for you. You're smart, you're motivated, you got beautiful spirit, you got an amazing company, an amazing product to work with, you got the best leadership you could find. Why would we even look sideways? Right? And from a corporate standpoint, note that I don't answer to anybody except the big guy upstairs. I don't have partners, I don't have investors, I don't have debt. Why? Because those are the things that take you off course. I don't need somebody calling me and asking me how things or sales are going today because of X, Y, Z. No. Right? And so the big picture is this. We're going to win anyways. We're winning now. We're going to win next year. We're going to win the year after. So don't let people put stuff in your head. If we get to, and I'll talk about just economics for a second, whether we get to $1 billion in 5 years or 7 years, does it matter? No, it doesn't change anything, right? And people got to stop thinking in those paradigms of it's going to happen at the time it's going to happen. We have to make sure we're doing the right things that don't take us off track, right? And so we can't put these false narratives in our head. Oh, the fastest company to $1 billion. Who cares? Coca-Cola didn't make it to $1 billion in 5 years. Neither did Nike. Neither did Apple. They're the biggest companies in the world. Generational companies. What we want is a well-run company that's focused on innovation and a field and leadership committed to the long run. That's it. And that's how we win, because the opportunity, the economic opportunity is so big, none of us will maximize it in our lifetime. Let me just say that again. Our economic opportunity is so big, none of None of us, not me either, none of us will maximize it to its full potential in our lifetimes. The economic opportunity is in the trillions of dollars. We're not, that's how big the whole thing is. We're just riding the wave. We're ahead of the curve. We're going to take it all the way through. So don't let the naysayers or the negative Nancy's or anybody else there get in your head. We're doing everything the right way. And the most important thing we have is our belief, right? Our dream, our belief in us, ourselves, and belief in what we're doing, and our commitment to action. That's all you got to focus on. Nothing else. Every day. What's my dream? What do I want out of this lifetime that I have here? What would make me so fulfilled and happy? Whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Everybody's got their own deal. I believe I deserve it. And I believe I'm with the right company is going to help me get there. That's got to be, and you got to know why we're the best. Because I've gone through those reasons. We are the best for people. Well, Joe, you're so arrogant. What do you mean you're the best? We're the best. Just like Apple. We're the best. Right? It's sorry. I mean, sucks to be them, but we spent the time, energy, and money to make the best possible product. So we get to reap the rewards of that. They could have invested 15 years and $25 million, but no, they white labeled some stuff. Right? This is how this goes, right? And then the action. And this is the last thing I'll leave you with. Network marketing is a contact sport. It's a sport. And there's rules and there's playbooks. And you can't, if this was football, pretend this is football, right? Football has its rules and it has its tactics that work. You can't apply the rules of baseball to a football game. Okay? So something's happened in this industry over the last few years where the basics of what makes this thing work have taken a back seat to shortcuts. Nothing replaces your one-to-one communication with new people about the business and about the product. Because people will not make a decision about the product or the opportunity until they know it's aligned with what they want to do and where they want to go. And in this process of network marketing, there are some basic skills that have been lost. Basic business building things that have been ignored, and people say you don't need to do that anymore, that's not important, you can just do a Zoom call. Listen, there are, oh my goodness, Ricky, 155 of us on this call. How much better would have this have been if we were all in the same room? Right? I think so. That need for human contact and that vibrational energy of being together is never going to be replaced until we become androids, until they start making us half machine, half person, right? But till then, we need the human connection. So what does that mean? We need to meet people in little groups and big groups, and we got to share our stories, and we got to share where we're doing it, right? Social media is a tool, but social media is not the answer for network marketing. Social media is great. It's a very powerful tool, but it's not going to build your one-to-one relationship, right? So why do companies and teams go like this and they crash and people scatter off? Because they didn't build a relationship on one-to-one. We sit down once a month or once a week or whenever it is in our little communities, in our little groups, and we activate and we and we do this to that emotional tie has currency, that has weight. We can't turn over the responsibility of our relationships to a social media algorithm. That doesn't make any sense to me. How could I be a father and a husband to my family and a son to my parents through Zoom? Or if I try to manage corporate team through Zoom calls, does that make any sense? And they're like, we got 80, 90 employees globally, maybe more, and I don't even know. It's growing so fast. Why do I go to Europe and spend time with it? Because I got to touch them, I got to feel them, I got to hear them out. Why do I go to the office every day when I'm here? Why? Because I'm in the fight with them. This is why work from home is shown to be an ultimate failure in the corporate world. And those are employees. If it's not working from employees, what do we think is going to happen with volunteers? We got to get in there. We got to get involved in their lives. We got to give of our heart. We got to give of our time. We got to invest in them, and they're going to invest in themselves. Right? And that's what I want to get back to. One meeting at a time, one person at a time, one demonstration at a time. You want to hypercharge your business? A challenge. You can change your business in 7 days. In the first 7 days, call everybody that you know and ask them who they're going to talk to this month. But personally, go demonstrate 28 people. Take one pack of Liberty patch or Victory patch or the Boost patch, rip it open, and go demonstrate the power of the technology to 28 different people. Where are these people? They're everywhere. You just gotta get back to the basic skills of ice breaking, of rapport building, of communication. Right? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's up to us. But it's not hard. Because if they say no, they said no to the patch. They didn't say no to you. That's it. Don't sweat it. Because we've got they just don't know yet. They need the product. And that's what we got to do. We got to get back to, because, hey, June, July, August typically are the tough months in network marketing. But they don't have to be. Because think about it. In the summer, everyone's home. They don't have any excuses about the kids. They're home. They're home, okay? They're home. They cannot go anywhere. If the kids are home, the parents are home, okay? Something's getting worked out. They're at picnics, they're at home, so go on a picnic. Good. It's all mindset. And what happens is people give these excuses about the summer, and I go, those are just excuses. I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. If the whole world needs our product because we have something for everyone, there's no seasonality to our product. That's just a fake thing that's been made up. It's just fake news. Okay? It's not real. So let's not fall for it. Let's start June with the bang. I'm here to help you guys support this. We're going to take it all the way. So, Ricky, thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Jay. That's so awesome. You know, I will tell you, this team, one thing they are killing it at is they are doing lots of in-person events. We're going everywhere, and we've got a lot of people setting up at vendor events, balance testing. Courtney just told us I'd love to shout you out, Courtney. You said you've tested at least 300 people. Since when, Courtney? Text and tell us on there, because she's doing them all the time. And these people who are doing in-person events, and guys, they can be small. Courtney has tested 300 people in 2 weeks, you guys. And do you know what's coming from it? Courtney's team is growing, and she is making money. And she's impacting lives.
It's so good. And you know, and that was one of the reasons we put the Flex 40 pack together, is when you are doing a vendor event, it gives you the profit margins to do it, to participate, to get customers. That's the way to do it. Right? Because then instead of you chasing, they're there, and these are new people. Right? These are people that don't know anything about the product, they don't know anything about the company, they don't know anything. And that's the key. That's the key. We got to keep going, and we kick butt, and that's it. And listen, gang, we're here for the long run. Here for the long run, not the short run. I don't measure success on a week-to-week basis or a month-to-month basis. Because that life's not week to week or month to month. We go through those stages. But if we're doing everything that we need to do and keep doing, the success is going to be there. That's the unknown variable in network marketing. It's like, well, how long is it going to take me? I go, I don't know, but I know what you got to do. And eventually it catches up. So network marketing has 3 phases. Last thing for the night, and then because I've been chapping away here for so long. 3 things. Brand doesn't know what a balance test is, so we got to fix that, Ricky. Right away. There's 3 phases to network marketing, okay? First phase, you're overworked and underpaid. You do a lot of work and you get a little bit of money. It's just like the corporate world too, mind you, okay? When you start as an intern at a big company, they treat you like dirt. You're working 100 hours a week for the lowest amount of pay and everybody blames you for everything and you're getting everything from coffee and dry cleaning and doing all the grunt work, okay? Overworked, underpaid. But you keep at it because you're learning and you're growing and in marginal steps. And then you get to the middle part of your career. Well, you're getting paid what you do. Like the pay matches the work. The income matches the work, right? So you're in middle management. Network marketing, same thing. Once you put some time into it and you keep doing the things that need to be done and you don't stop, because once you stop, the intern gets laid off, right? You get a new intern, right? Then you get a nice little cubicle and you get a nice office, and then you put effort in and you get income. Network marketing the same way. After a while, you start seeing a steady income come in, and you keep doing that, and then you get to the final phase. In the corporate world, it's when you get the corner suite and you become a partner, where you're overpaid and underworked, right? Where you get way more money than the hours you put in. Most people in network marketing, 90% quit at the intern level, because they're so programmed that if I put 20 hours in this month, this business, I didn't get 20 hours worth of money back. But that's not how this works, because this is not a job. This is a business, which doesn't operate on time for money. It operates on value for money. The more value we give people, the more money we earn. But it takes time to build that value we're going to deliver people. And then you go through the middle stage where you're making, hey, you put time in, you got a good team, and you're getting money out. And then finally, you get to overpaid. Okay? Lori's going to have a heart attack over there. Where you do a little bit of work and you make a whole bunch of money. Okay? And then if you're lucky enough, you find a crazy purpose and you recommit yourself to doing something even bigger and bolder, and you risk it all. And you realize you wouldn't do anything else. But I'll tell you, some people want to jump from intern to purpose. And I'm like, you got to square your economic house first, right? Like, come on. It doesn't work that way, right? We got to be practical, live in the real world. So that's it. Doesn't matter where you're at. Your belief system, your vibration will infiltrate everything in your life. Because that's
I
it.
want to say something really awesome with that, Jay. One of the biggest things that I have started training our team on, because this is just something that we've just found over the last year, is that I started telling people, if you'll find your passion, really, like you find whatever it is you're passionate about, I guarantee you there is a patch or a few patches that you can marry the two and you'll make money on it. No matter what. And we're seeing this everywhere. Like we have all these little pods within our team, and they have married their passion with the patches, and it's almost effortless.
Magical. Listen, if you're into, if your love language is meditation and yoga, we have something for you. Right. If your love language is creative arts and reading, we have something for you. If fitness and exercise is your thing, we have something for you, right? If nutrition and weight loss is your thing, we have something, because our technology is so fantastic, it elevates everything else. Every practice, every modality, every health pro can benefit by using and recommending our products, right? Because we're not contradictory. We're not going to get in the way. Whatever it is, we're going to make it better. If you're into hiking, we got something for you. If you're into cooking, we got something for you. If you're into gardening, we got something for you. Whatever it is, whatever your thing is, we got it, right? And so, Ricky, you're absolutely right. We can take our passions and match them and marry them with the right product combinations, and away we go. So that's it. I'm going to leave it over to you, Ricky
Thank
and Lori. Thank you, everyone. Much love from the bottom of my heart. So appreciate you all.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Bye.
Awesome. Bye. All right, you guys, thank you all for coming. We're so grateful to have you. And we were so grateful that, thank you, Lori. We always love hearing from you. You guys are why we're all here. And to be able to partner with both Lori. So Lori and Jay are very similar. They have very similar fiery personalities, and they're so like the trustworthy, and you just can spill it all to my, they're just the freaking best. And so this is our upline, right? Like this is our, I mean, Jay is our main dude, and then we've got Lori, and then everyone else pretty much here is under me and all these other incredible leaders. And so many of you are up and coming and growing. And what I love that I want to say last thing before we end this is one thing Jay said when he's talking about, you know, whenever we make $1 billion, doesn't matter. It's the same thing with our rank, you guys. It doesn't matter when you hit it. If you stick this out with us and you keep going, you are going to hit whatever rank it is you want to hit. I promise you, because that's what we have here. So don't be in a rush. Know we're all in this for the long game. This is where we've planted. We are not going anywhere. And we are so proud to be here too, right? Like I've never been as proud ever to do anything like I am doing this. And Lori, I bet you would say the same. No, this is are you super, is this the proudest you ever?
1000%. You know, people say, oh, Lori, that's amazing. Yeah, after 30 years, that was years of work, you know? So I think people quit. That's why they never make it. They don't make it because they quit, period.
Yeah, exactly. And so we both, Lori and I both have, just like she said, 1 million kids
Well,
between
so
us.
you have the structure.
And, oh, do what? Are you talking, Kim? Or I think that was a mistake.
She
mute her.
was.
Okay. Oh, was she talking and asking something? Oh,
I guess she said, do you have the structure? I think
Oh.
that's what she said.
maybe she was on a call at the same time. If you need to unmute again, you can, Kim, if you were asking us something. I assumed you weren't, but okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. Again, we so appreciate it, and we'll close this out. Bye.
Thank you, Ricky.